Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this, and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This question is called Find COVID Recovery Patients number 3586. So it's a pretty recent question, and basically what they want you to do is to find for each patient the first positive test and then the first negative test. So the negative has to come after the positive, meaning they're good to go. And then you want to sort by recovery time and then patient name. So each one has to have a positive and negative to be even valid. And then we don't want duplicates. So let's go ahead and organize this data one by one. Let's go ahead and get the patient IDs and all of their test results. Okay, so create a default dictative type list. Use the patient ID as the key. So for I, C and enumerates COVID tests. Let's call this patient ID as the key again. So D of C. Let's go ahead and append. So we want to append the test date because we want to sort by that and then the result. So let's say COVID tests test date of I, and then COVID tests results of I. And then the test ID, that doesn't matter. So we can just go ahead and sort this by the timestamp. So D C sort key equals lambda x of 0, and then let's loop through this dictionary to verify our work, the patient ID and all of their transactions. Okay, so now you can see that we are going to find, so that's 10 for Alice, and then this one, so there needs to be a negative after positive. This one's automatically ruled out because there's no negative. And so this one is also ruled out. So 1, 2, 3, and then we want to sort by that result. Okay, so let's go ahead and first. So what I want to do is make this to date time because we want to be able to subtract the date difference. Okay, that just makes it a little easier to prevent bugs down the line. So for J and range, basically we're looking for a positive. So let's say for A and DK, if A of -1 is equal to a positive, then okay, enumerate, because if we find that, then we're going to go for J in range I plus 1 to the end. After that, we find a positive. Okay, we're going to scan the rest to find the soonest negative, which is going to be the very first negative we see because we already sorted by the date time. So if dk of j of -1 is equal to negative, then we can just say, well, this is first, the start is a of 0 because that's the first date time. Then let's call this difference is dk j of 0. So whatever timestamp that is minus start. And then we're going to break it because that's all we care about. And let's go ahead and have an answer list. And we're going to append the patient ID, which is just K. Then we're going to have our difference, but we also need the patient name and the age. So let's go ahead and get that. Name, age, make two dictionaries. Iterate over patients, this table to say this, key value. So patient ID, name of the patient ID is equal to patients of patient name of I, and then also, so we don't have to do another loop again, patient, or just age of I. Okay, so now we can say name of K, and then age of K, following the order that we see in this diagram, name and then age. And then last but not least, we have to sort by, so the recovery time and then the patient name, both ascending, so standard way, no reverse. So the recovery time is this difference, so x of -1, and then the patient name is just x of 1. Okay, right, so that was the name. Cool. So now let's print answer. Cool. So that looks like it's correct. So now that we have the difference, let's go ahead and append a string of integer. Well, because this is a date time, now we have to convert it back to string. So let's say string difference dot split, because this is like a list, so we have to separate that out. Of 0, and then let's append integer of conversion. Cool. So now that's perfect, and we can just return it. But we also, okay, so also we don't want duplicates in case, the edge case there might be more than one patient name included. So let's just go ahead and have a guardrail for that. So if we only do this, so if K is not in scene, then we can do this. Scene.add K. Cool. So now we pretty much have a result. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 columns. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 for A and answer. 1.append A of 0. Column 2, column 3, and column 4. And then create an empty data frame as always. Patient ID, patient name, age, and last but not least, recovery time is 4. Cool. So now let's return this data frame and let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So yep, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.